gonna show y'all this live data here. So I'm gonna see if I can scroll here. So this is all your data. Let me see what's the best way to hold this. I'm gonna actually lower it down off the steering wheel. How about that? So we're in this Ford Focus 2004, 132,213 miles. It does have a check engine light for an oxygen sensor. I'll show you that in a minute. Other than that, pretty clean car, low miles. So we have our Alltel connected here. And I guess you can see it pretty good right there. Okay, so we're gonna go and look at all these parameters. Engine misfire, no misfire detected, no. What else? RPM, 900 RPM, no misfires. Engine fan operation, it's on low, it's not on high right now. No faults. Engine load is pretty decent at 25. Evap canister, no faults. What else is worth mentioning, pointing out here? Hold on. It's just fuel level. Fuel rail pressure, 42. That's good fuel pressure. At the fuel rail, that's not at the tank, that's at your fuel rail, so that's good. Fuel tank pressure, 24. Fuel pump, 21. Okay, so here we go. This is why the check engine light's on. You see, you got your exhaust gas oxygen sensor right here. Bank 1 sensor 2 is giving a reading and it's good to go. Bank 1 sensor 1 is not good. It's gonna read, but it's gonna read lean, and that's a bad sensor. See, lean. So that sensor needs to be replaced. Bank 1 sensor 1. What else we got? Idle air is good. No fault on any of the injectors. That's what you want to see. No fault. Mass airflow, got good numbers. Power steering pressure switch is a little higher than it should be, but the car's up in the air in an incline, so that's going to affect that reading. Shift solenoids are all no fault. That's what you want to see. No fault, no fault, no fault on all your different shift solenoids. Transmission fluid temp 132. That's in Fahrenheit, as you can see right there. So that's a good temperature. Tranny's not running hot. And that's it. So now that you saw live data, cylinder head pressure. What did we skip here? We had our evap. No misfires. Okay, so we're gonna exit out. Ouch. And we're gonna go and scan for trouble codes. Actually, we're gonna get out of there and we're gonna go and just do a quick auto scan, fault scan. Right now, I shouldn't read anything. Well, it is picking up 3, as you can see, even though nothing's on our dash. Okay, so like I said, bank 1, sensor 1, oxygen sensor, code 2195, P2195. Heated oxygen sensor right upstream malfunction. Yeah, I'd say it's malfunctioning. Somebody cut the wires on it. But that's the only code you're going to get, that O2 sensor. This P1000 code, check all of system is not complete since last memory clear. That's just that they used one of the code readers to clear codes when they shouldn't have. One of the little cheapies, like they check you read your codes at AutoZone with those cheap scanners for free. Sometimes they trigger that code. A real scanner will pick up that a not complete clear of fault was done with that P1000 code. But anyways, O2 sensor, those are your codes that matter. And I'm not going to clear them. I'm going to leave them there. We're going to exit out. And I'm going to show you the rest of the vehicle. I'm going to let that do its update real quick and show you the rest of the vehicle. Decent little radio. I just hit a button that I shouldn't have.
Clear signal in Ocala at 99.7 FM.
So you got a decent little radio. Little cell phone charger. Like I said, 132K. Lights work. Sun visors. Okay. These Fords, I'm going to warn y'all, if you get out, always get out with the windows down, because this will auto lock itself. Like you didn't lock it and it'll just lock itself. This is your button for the trunk. All the windows work on this vehicle. Every single window works just fine, as it should. I just leave it down, like I said, because it'll auto lock itself. Like what I just got done saying. Unlock. So you can see the inside of the car is pretty darn clean. You have rubber mats front and back. This seat folds down. Both seats fold down. It's missing the cover, the little carpet thing that goes right here. Your spare and everything and jack is in there. My guess is something spilled in here and it was probably nasty and they just got rid of it. They were just like, screw that, and got rid of it. But of course, while I'm doing the video, somebody tries to call, so I'll try to wrap up the video. Little wagon, there's my phone number, 407-252-8506. This does have the roof rack. I got it up in the air because I wanted to show y'all a good look of the car. This is the SE, Focus SE. And I'll give you a little pan view of it here. It's got a nice little paint job on it. It's really in good shape. Driver's seat, all of it's in good shape. No rips, no tears, really clean. Even your armrest is in good condition. Headliner, dash, all of it. 132,000 miles. We got a brand new set of tires, front and back. So yeah, we got a good set of rubber on it. This has aftermarket headlights. They work perfectly like they should. I had this up because I was looking to see if it had any leaks from the power steering hoses, and you could see it's not leaking from the power steering hoses. So we can put that back. It just kind of it's hard to do it with one hand, but I'll do my best. It just slides into place right there. So yeah, nice, clean, quiet engine, brand new die-hard battery, brand new belt, brand new die-hard battery. This is the sensor for the O2 sensor that it's missing. Bank 1, sensor 1. That's where it should be plugged in, and it's not. So we're just going to tuck that in right there. And if you look right there where my finger's pointing, you could see the wires on the sensor where somebody cut them, or they got caught up in the fan maybe, and the fan ripped them off. I don't know. It looked new, but there's no wires connected to that plug, and that's why your check engine light's on. Your fuel pressure regulator's been replaced. Your spark plugs, tune up, everything, ignition coil pack, all that's been replaced. I repeat again, brand new matching set of tires all the way around it. A lot of new suspension components. I'm going to show you all the way around this car. There's your gas cap. I'm going to show you all the way around, and I'm even going to show you underneath it. There's your back hatch opening. The hood shocks are in great condition. That's why I do that, so you can see it's not going to bump you in the head. You can go and get your own carpet of whatever material and just cut it and throw it in there. Piece of rubber, mat, whatever you want to do. Yeah, no such thing as a perfect car. This one's starting to get a little bit of sun fade right here, but the rest of the roof is in really good shape, and the rest of the paint job's in really good shape, honestly. That's probably one of the cleanest little 2004 Ford Focuses I've ever seen. Okay, so we're going to get up under here. And I'm going to get on my Matco Creeper here, y'all. And lay down. And I'm going to show y'all underneath the car. So there we have some light. You can see we have a brand new radiator hose. The thermostat housing up there where I'm shining has been done. You can see the new bolts on the exhaust. The exhaust has been done. And that's the sensor. If you look straight up, let me see if I can get you a good visual of it. If you look straight up, you can see the sensor where the wires were cut, straight up where my finger is. I don't want to put my hand in there because the exhaust is hot, but your fans are working like they should be. We're not really leaking anything under here. That belt is a brand new belt. Now I'm noticing the very minimal leak from where the crank pulley seal is. Somebody replaced this oil pan gasket. It wasn't me that replaced it. I do a little better job than this. But you can tell it must have leaked and they tried to replace it. They just weren't that experienced at doing the glue part of it. And they didn't clean it up like 100% like they should have, but they tried. There's your oil filter back in there. Let me see if I can get a light back in here. There's your oil filter. There's your starter. Yeah, so we got a nice little engine. We do have catalytic converter still right there, as you can see. And then it has a new muffler shining down on it. And new piping all the way up to there. And you can tell this car has no rust. Hasn't been up north or anything like that. Never been in an accident. The frame is all solid and intact. So yeah, it's actually a solid little runner. CV axle is good. Let me come over here and show you this side. Both CV axles are good. All your ball joints and suspension stuff are good. Your transmission pan not leaking anything. Shifter cable looks good. There's your horn. Yeah, you can tell this car's never been in any accidents. Never been up north. Even the AC condenser looks fairly new. Same with the radiator. This car's never bottomed out in a pothole or anything underneath it. It's actually pretty clean. Pretty well cared for. Air AC compressor works good and cold like it should. Yeah, Ford Motor Company. And I'm just trying to do the best job I can to show you everything underneath. Like if you took it to a shop to get a full inspection done on it before you bought it. So we're gonna get up. So there you have it. That's your 2004 Ford Focus. It's a good little car. Like you can see, it's not a brand new car. It is a 2004. So it's what, 21 years old? Just turned 21 years old. But how many 21-year-old cars do you see that are in this condition, this clean? Everywhere you look, it's clean. Even the wipers are good on it. We do have this imperfection on the mirror where they put a little bit of glue right there. Barely noticeable. If I didn't point it out, most of you would have came, bought it, left, and never even noticed it, because it's like a clear glue. But yeah, if you wanted to nitpick it, that's where you're gonna nitpick it. And I'm gonna go ahead and shut it off to show you the key. Here's your original key from Ford. We only have one key, and it does have the working fob. So yeah, there's your working fob that just opened our trunk for us. Shocks are nice and strong and brand new. Comes up hard and quick. Seats fold down flat. You get a lot of room in there. Rear wipers even good on this one. So yeah, Focus SE. Key could go from my hand to your hand. As you can see, transparent with the price. $2,000 for 32,000 mile 2004 Ford Focus SE. Squeaky clean car. Very little to nitpick. What are you going to show up and nitpick me on? Oh, the roof is a little faded right there. Oh, you got a little bit of glue right there. Oh, you got an O2 sensor that needs to be replaced. Okay. It's not a perfect car. I understand. But where else do you find a car this nice at this price point? Only $2,000 cash. It's yours. Where else do they put it up in the air and show you everything underneath it before you drive off in it? How many people buy a car and never even bother looking underneath it? So yeah, now you got to see it underneath. The water you see dripping is from the AC condensation. For those of you that don't know that, that means the AC is working good. The evaporator is evaporating correctly, and that's water drippage. It's normal. Every car on the road does it. Even your Teslas do that because they have air conditioning also. So that's water that you see running from the time I had it running and I was using the code reader. Who's going to run a code reader on a car? An expensive $8,000 Autel code reader. I paid $300 a month to own that. And it's not your little cheap code reader from AutoZone. And put a car up in the air and show you everything underneath and give you a little education. Even if you didn't buy this one, hopefully you learned something from watching it. And keep an eye out because I don't get wagons that often. I like the wagons when I get them, but I like to get them clean. I'm going to show you another clean wagon I got. And this one's not for sale, but I'm going to show it to you. This is the Honda Accord EX wagon. 1995, only 75,000 original miles. I got this one with 64,000 original miles. And this one is a legitimate EX wagon. No roof rack on this one, but it is an EX and it does have the sunroof, the VTEC, all stock virgin unmolested vehicle. A little bit of clear coat starting to chip in this corner, but it is a 95. This one qualifies for an antique license plate now. 95 to 25, 30 years old this year. Even the tint's held up. That's a factory tint on that car. So yeah, I like the wagons. And when I come across a good little wagon, a clean one, well-kept one, I never pass up on them. I never pass up on them. The wagons kind of don't exist anymore. They kind of, the SUVs and the minivans kind of took over the wagon world. And nowadays you don't get an opportunity to get too many wagons. So I get excited when I can see a good wagon to grab. Let me put this hood down. I get excited when I see a good wagon available. No damage on the hood. And I always get it. I don't hesitate. Like the wagons. The windshield, no chips, no cracks. Even the wipers are good on this one. No glue on this side of the mirror. Like I said, if you want to show up and nitpick me, I did it for you. Now you don't have to. You can nitpick me on a little bit of glue on this mirror, a little bit of paint fade on the back. Over here, Florida, they call it the Sunshine State for a reason, right? But you can tell this was garage kept most of its life. And an O2 sensor. Other than that, 132,000 mile gem. And that's what this is. It's a $2,000 gem. You need something for your kid to get to school in. You just want something else so you don't put a bunch of miles on your brand new car. $2,000. Here you go. Anyways, I'm not going to make the video any longer than I need to. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm going to let y'all go. Appreciate you. Give it a like. Share it with someone that's not interested, that might be into little wagons like I am. And use the phone number. Give me a call. I don't think this one will last too long, honestly. It's going to go quick. So don't hesitate if you are interested. And if not, thanks for watching anyways. Have a blessed day.